Hey everyone, just want to do a quick impromptu cell phone video. Mostly want to focus on the wide G3 handguard versus, obviously, you can see the slim G3 handguard up there. And kind of give my opinion on the wide handguard so far and is it worth it? Because these are going for like over $100 easily if you can find them. I got this black one for $120 shipped to my door, which I feel like is a pretty good deal. It's private sale. Atlantic, I think, has them for like $139 when they have them in stock. Uh, and the surplus handguard up there is significantly cheaper. I haven't checked the price on a while. Or sorry, I haven't checked the price on them in a while, but I think they can be had for like $35. I think I paid $35 for that handguard and a green surplus full stock for my PTR. This is PTR 91 A3S, and I'm planning to do a video on this soon. I've had this gun for about a year, and there are some things I like about it, some things that I don't like about it, but I've still had it for a year, and that, in and of itself, is more than I can say about a lot of other guns that I've had. So, anyway, back to the handguard. So, what are the advantages of a wide handguard over a slim handguard? Well, honestly, not that many. I would say the biggest advantage over a wide handguard versus a slim handguard, of course, is going to be the heat mitigation. Now, the first handguard that came on this rifle was black, like the stock and the lower. But the problem with it was it had no heat shield. Now, this German surplus one, it has a heat shield in it, so that problem's mitigated. But the black one that didn't have a heat shield, after putting 120 round mag through this rifle, you couldn't touch the fore end without gloves. It got really hot really quickly with no heat shield. So I had just got rid of it. It was pretty crappy. And you may also notice here on the stock, I have a green end cap rather than the black one that came with it. And when I do the PTR video, I'll tell you why that is. It's for a reason. But anyway, so the main advantage of the heat guard, for the wide heat guard, everyone points to is heat mitigation. Now, if you have a PTR 91, or if you shot a G3 pattern rifle, or maybe even a SETME, they get hot pretty quickly. The barrel under this handguard is not very thick, and it is shooting 308, which gets pretty hot pretty fast. So the heat dispersion on the wide handguard is obviously the biggest advantage, but honestly, the heat mitigation for this narrow handguard with the heat shield is adequate. I would say it's not so bad that you should immediately go out and spend $120 up to $200 for a green wide handguard. Because let's be honest, who's dumping at 308 these days fast enough to need a lot of heat mitigation? And something to slow down or that'll help with heat mitigation on these PTR or G3 pattern rifles is opening up the bolt with the cocking handle and locking it in the cutout for the tube. That really helps heat wick out of the barrel a lot faster. But so the main reason I bought this is, to be perfectly honest, I like the way it looks. I really like the way it looks, and that should be all the reason that you need to buy something like this. Is it worth it? Ooh, worth is pretty subjective. Was to me, just because I like it. I'm gonna keep this PTR. I have no problem. I mean, I have no plans of getting rid of it. And I've always liked the look of the wide G3 handguard. I think it's got that classic kind of Cold War era battle rifle look to it. Even though I'm aware that the German infantry rifles typically were Parkerized rather than black and use slim OD green handguards. Sorry. That being said, I like it. And another advantage of the wide handguard over the slim one is the slim one, as you can see, is probably inch shorter, maybe inch and a half shorter, and the trunnion of the PTR with the slim handguard is exposed. Now the trunnion gets pretty hot. The trunnion does get pretty hot. So even right here, you feel a lot of heat if you don't have the wide handguard. Now the wide handguard mitigates that. The heat shield, I think, stops like right here on the wide handguard, but this plastic does keep your skin from touching right under the trunnion there. So it does help. It does push your hand down on the magazine. Watch out, Daisy. Oh, my dog's trying to get in the shot. It does push your hand down on the magazine, but that's not really a big deal. Yeah, so overall, I mean, is it worth $120, which is what I paid for this one? I'd say no, it's not. I know that Atlantic Firearms gets these in every once in a while from POF, Pakistani Ordnance Factory in Pakistan, and I strongly suspect, now what I'm about to say is purely speculation on my part, however, I strongly suspect that Atlantic is probably paying less than $10 a handguard for those, but there is such a high demand and such a limited supply of these handguards in the United States that they can put them up on their website for $120, $130, and they sell them out quickly. I'm not knocking Atlantic. Got to make money where you can, but is it worth $120? Absolutely not. No, it's not worth $120 at all. Is it worth it for making your gun look cool? Yeah, I think it is. I'm happy with it. I like it. It does feel good. When I reach my hand around it, I'm right-handed, so my left hand goes up here. When I reach my hand around it, my fingers sit right here in the bipod groove. That's kind of nice. I mean, like that, pretty good. Now, the slim handguard does have texturing. It's not as deep of a groove, but here he's kind of got this, you see this like checkering on it, and that feels good, especially when you're wearing gloves. It's really nice when you wear gloves because your gloves kind of dig into that a little bit. That being said, the slim handguard's pretty nice, especially if you're hiking around and you want a lower profile gun. You kind of want your gun to be slick, so to speak. I guess I'm kind of rambling on here, but in my opinion, the wide handguards are not worth what people are asking for them these days. If they were closer to like $70, that might be a little bit more fair, because I mean the Magpul AK handguards are in that price range and similar properties. Injection molded plastic with the stainless steel heat shield. But yeah, overall, that's probably all the useful things I have to say about the wide G3 handguard. As I said earlier, I am planning to do there's the other side. I don't know what that clip is for, and I don't have a bipod for this, and the bipod retainer was shaved out, so I'm never going to put a bipod on it. So I might take that out, because my hand does rub against that whenever I pick the gun up, because about right here or a little bit further is where my left hand sits when I'm shooting this rifle. That being said, it's probably all the useful stuff I have to say about this without rambling on ad nauseum. And yeah, I'm gonna do a review on this PTR that I've had for about a year now. Only have probably about 400 to 500 rounds through it, but it's .308, and who can afford to put thousands of rounds of .308 downrange? I can't. That's why I have an AK, cheaper ammo. Anyway, if you want to see that video, subscribe and let me know what you would like to see more on this specific rifle. If there's anything more you'd like to see with the hand guards or just anything about this rifle, do let me know. And thanks for watching.